There we go. Okay, Simon Kuf Chav Vav Lasei Zeichel L'Churban Avoid Dalet Sifin. Okay, Mishachara Beis Hamikdash, which is today, really tomorrow, when the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, Tiknu Chachamenu Zal Shebechol Simcha Yeichel L'Churban. Every Simcha should have a Zeichel L'Churban. Kamei Shenemar Im Eshkochech Yerushalayim V'chulu V'chgaimer. Yeah, Im Lo Ya'ales Yerushalayim Al Rosh Simcha Si. And for Gazu Shelo Yivne Lo Yisrael Binyan Mesuyir and Matzuri Kebinyan Amalachim. A person should not build, a yid should not build a binyan that's fully done like the binyan of malachim. So that's a little bit of a. The question is, how do you define a binyan malachim? This is what we call the zeichel l'churban, right? So
we don't mention the churban at every simcha.
No, we don't.
Why not?
Well, lately they do by the chuppahs. No.
Just by chuppahs we do. By wedding, you don't do it by any other simcha.
Oh, yeah, no, they weren't masakin to do it by any other simcha. What other simcha were you talking about?
I don't know. Let's say a bar mitzvah. Let's say
a bar mitzvah. What's a bar mitzvah? Who made bar mitzvahs?
No, I'm just saying. So it's just by a wedding.
It's just because that's the only simcha they made.
Okay.
Well, I don't think they made any other. What other mitzvahs? Sheva brachas.
I don't know. Okay, so okay.
Bris, maybe a bris.
A bris.
Achras is for Torah.
Let's say for Torah, yeah, but anything that's for Torah, you don't have to mention it, right? I think you don't have to mention if anything that's for Torah, right? Anyway, so he's saying, so you make what we call a zeichel l'churban. So it says kebinyan malachim. I don't know if our houses are defined as binyan malachim, but when you build a house and you do new construction, you're supposed to leave a zeichel l'churban. The law yasid is called beis besid, and the way you leave a zeichel l'churban is you don't fully plaster your house. Alatoch beis betit, you use mud, besod besid, and you do whatever. That's you use your regular plaster. Umaniach by ama al ama, you leave an ama by an ama, which is in the area of 18 inches by 18 inches. Keneged hapesach, you do it opposite the door. Below I said, meaning you're supposed to leave that you're supposed to leave that unfinished, and it's supposed to be opposite the door so that you could see it. You can see it right when you come in. All right. So that's what some people do right when you come in, but a lot of times when you come in, you don't really have a wall. You have like steps. So what some people do is they put it over the door so that really the balabayas, when he's sitting in his seat, will be able to see it from there. Right? Kedei liskar churban, and the reason to do it is to remember the churban. Now this is only on new construction. It's not on old construction. So you're not mechuyev to. You're not mechuyev to, if you buy a house that's already painted, you're not mechuyev to scrape it off. Right? And this is an interesting kitzur. He says that nowadays we're not noyig to do this. He says I don't have a very clear reason. Right? So that's why for those that don't have it, there seems to be a justification for it, but it's not clear what it is, because there's going to be others that coming up now in the kitzur that we also don't do. So it's unclear why we stopped keeping these things. Somebody who sets a table to make a suda for guests, afilu sudas mitzvah, even if it's a sudas mitzvah, you should not give all the cooked foods. Right? You should leave some, meaning if you plan on having 10 types of foods for the meal, so then only have 9. So I don't think we keep this either. A woman should not use all of her jewelry at the same time. She should leave out some, which I think nowadays most women have enough jewelry that they don't end up wearing all of it at the same time. And a chassan before his chuppah, he puts ashes on his head, where you put the tefillin, and the cover that they cover over the kala before the chuppah should not have any silver or gold in it. Yeah. And the minig is that after the tanoim, acha kriyas, and after they read the tanoim, shoyvin kedera, they break a plate. Right? Last is zeichel l'churban. That's we all know. That's by the chutz tish. They break the plate. But yesh ligach kedera shvura. But the Kitzur says we don't do this as far as I know. You're supposed to take an already broken plate. I don't think we do that. The sachas a chuppah shover a chasen kleis chuchas, and under the chuppah the chasen breaks a glass. The zeyachaliyas koshalim that you could have a full cup. Yeah. So that's. But nowadays we use a full plate also. But they're both zeichel l'churban. Now why it switches from a plate to a cup? That already is that's already unclear where that custom came from. Okay, Gimel v'chein gazu shalei l'shmaya shum klei shir. Here we go. This is the big one. They made a takana that you're not allowed to listen to music. Fafilu shir bepeh. Even to just sing with your mouth, you're not allowed to since the churban. So where that one went, I don't know, because that's what we said it during the 3 weeks. And then you don't listen to music. What do you mean? You can't listen to music a whole year. So, but obviously that one went by the wayside. Why? I don't know. Now, what he means by the singing, it sounds like according to him, you can't even have a kumsitz, right? He's just saying even shir b'peh is not allowed, right?
Can't sing in the shower.
No singing in the shower. Maybe that's the only place you should sing, right? Because nobody could hear you. Again, that's not the minig. And obviously, this is not by a simcha. This is not for a simcha. By a simcha, music is allowed, right? Ve'en l'shar b'suda. You shouldn't sing even by a suda. El azmiras sheniskanu kamay b'Shabbos. Only specific zmiras that they have, like by Shabbos. Al piyutim acherim asur l'shayr. You hear that? You can't even sing Shabbos zmiras because of the churban. Only the ones that are meant to be sung, and that's it. All right. Okay. I don't know. I don't know where that went, but the Ramah brings a heter in Shulchan Aruch. The Ramah brings a heter that maybe the only time you're not supposed to do it is when you're going to sleep or when you buy a meal, because that's what kings do. But Ramosha finds, he says we don't paskin like that Ramah. So according to Ramosha, you really can't listen to music ever. Okay. Whatever. That is what it is, as they say. Dalet. Hishomer lecha milirois. You should be careful that you shouldn't go to this is also not so pashut. You can't go watching the guys hunting, and the same thing you can't watch goyim dance. You're not allowed to watch goyim celebrate anything, right? So I don't know where. So that knocks out non-Jewish concerts. What ball games? What it does for ball games? I don't know. And if you hear goyim being happy,
Be allowed to go to a non-Jewish concert? Who says you could do that anyway?
that's true. But that's true. But that being said, Lamaisa, what is it? Why is it asa? Assuming that there's no preachers there, so why would it be asa? So here's the issue. You're not supposed to watch goyim celebrating. Right? So te'onach v'tetzar al churban Yerushalayim. Meaning, if you hear goyim being happy, then you should start thinking about the churban Yerushalayim. V'spala la'kadosh baruch hu aleh, and you have to daven to the Rebbeinu Shalom about it. V'afilu l'kenigiyah shel Yisrael asur lechas, and you're not allowed to go, even if you didn't go hunting, you're not allowed to go mishum dahavi moshav leitzim, because it's moshav leitzim. Now, how you define moshav leitzim? Seemingly from all the times we have Moshe Leitzim, we look at Moshe Leitzim, which means a bunch of guys sitting around making jokes. It seems like Moshe Leitzim means just not learning Torah, meaning you're just participating in stupidity. Seems to be the definition of Moshe Leitzim. Simcha asur, and you're not allowed to have simcha. The only simcha you're allowed to have is simchas chasam v'kala. And he says mutter. He doesn't even say that you should. He just says it's mutter. Bein b'shir b'peh.
What do you do on Chol Hamoed trips?
What do you do on Chala? That's not simcha. That's a trip. Right?
Okay.
But he doesn't say bar mitzvahs. He doesn't say bar mitzvahs.
They didn't make them. They didn't have them.
They didn't. It is. It's a new thing. It's a new thing. Ramosha finds it as a tshuva about bar mitzvahs, but I don't know if it pertains to the churban. So I don't know if we could discuss it. Yes, el sameach chasav v'kala mutter. To be mesameach chasav v'kala, it's mutter. Bein b'shir b'peh, bein b'kelim. Whether you're singing, with your mouth or whether you're using musical instruments. So there's your heter to have music, and that applies to Sheva brachas too. V'gam sham ein l'smayach b'yoser, but you still, even there, you shouldn't have simcha b'yoser. which also something that we don't do. But fine. It is also for a person to really to laugh in this world. Even by a simcha shel mitzvah, shenemar oz yimale schaik pinu. Right? It says, then our mouths. Meaning that's talking about oz yimale schaik pinu l'shanenu rina. Right? As we all know, that's shir amalis. That means only when Mashiach comes will our mouths be full of schaik. Until then, it will not. We will not. We're not supposed to have schaik. Okay, where this all went for our door, I don't know. Maybe post-Holocaust, we're so that we survived the Holocaust. Maybe that's maybe I don't know. I don't know if that's a justification or not. Okay, that's first night. That's just tonight.